to the business end of the Last Man Stands World Champs. We're at Western Province Cricket Club in Cape Town. We've got the Shofire Lions taking on Heritage Cricket Club. Shofire Lions from Pietermaritzburg in South Africa, and Heritage all the way from Dhaka in Bangladesh. Shofire Lions won the toss and have decided to bowl. In the commentary box with me is Mr. Wayne Grieve.
Good morning, Bjorn. I'm looking forward to today. This is going to be one of the picks of the last 16 matches. Very hard to pick a winner here. Both teams with a strong bowling lineup. There's a bit of moisture in the wicket, so this first game of the day, you should see some movement. Be interesting to see what the pass score today. I think the scores will be potentially a little bit higher than the previous days now that there's been a bit of moisture into the wicket and a good roll. Perhaps the first game might be favour the seamers.
It's not a bad toss to lose. Bowl first and make use of the conditions. There's a bit of wind out there, which is usual for Cape Town. And it's a brand new track we're playing on, and it's going to be coming through a lot quicker than the previous day's play. So I think a pass score here is 140 plus. And he's just got the outside edge there. First bit of luck for the batsman.
So Sheldon Mungra, the bowler, just getting the thick outside edge there.
Bowling into the wind, which is interesting tactic from Shofire Lions.
Oh, there was an edge there, but the keeper standing a bit further back than normal. Mungro's been quick this tournament, but as you say, Bjorn, he's bowling into the wind, and that's probably the reason why that hasn't carried. So he's doing the hard work for this team. All seamers love to bowl downwind, but sometimes you need your quickest bowler to do the job into the wind just to make it easier for your slower bowlers in the second 10.
He's doing the hard yards. He's dropped that short. He's got another. It's very early on that one. Hit the toe end of the bat. Sheldon Mungru's older brother's just been called up for the Paul Rock, so that the family's full of talent. And he's impressed this tournament. He's bowled very well against the Rebels. Had them in 6s and 7s with his pace. That's a lovely shot into the covers. They're looking for 2. That's good running. Robbie Freiling does the fielding there in the extra cover region. Ex-pro, previously played for South Africa in the one-day setup, and but for the Lions and Durban Dolphins. Now heading up a cricket academy in Natal. Useful man to have in your team in this competition.
Especially in the knockout stages, beyond when the pressure, look at that backdrop there. For those of you joining the broadcast for the first time, the sun's out. 1% chance of rain I saw in the forecast, so we're going to be safe today. We see the quarterfinal or the last 16 draw. There are 2 matches, which we could call the round of 32 matches, with Nengalese playing the Czech Republic. As we watch the first ball from Freiling.
Keeper's way too back there, way too far back. He hasn't read the conditions, the wicket keeper. That could be costly if he does get a nick there. It wasn't far from getting an inside edge there. Keeper would have been nowhere.
Yeah, the wicket's just a little bit slow, but I think as the day goes on, it's going to quicken up. I think it's
bowling into the wind, though.
I think it's both of those factors. It's definitely the keeper needs to adjust here.
It's coming in now.
There we go. That's better. So good start here from the Shofire Lions. See a little bit of movement, just slight movement away from the bat there from Freiling. And just coming back to the pressure of the knockout stages, and Rob Freiling's obviously played at a much higher level than this, so you'll know what pressure's about.
Conservative start here from Heritage, just getting the feel of the pitch, which I think is a good tactic. Getting bat on ball. That one's dropped short, and he's rocked back, and a lovely pull there for 4 square leg region. Seems to getting the pace of the wicket here.
Yeah, he's just waited for it. Just sat up really.
That's the new track with a bit more moisture in it.
So it's one of those
nicely to the bat.
I think one of those days where you actually bowler definitely can get away with bowling airing on the side of full.
I think later on they will be able to drop it shorter, but it needs to be a surprise ball. It'll be again, it's a bit short.
Beautifully clipped up his legs. Just the one. Frayling bowled that one a bit quicker there. Didn't like being pulled over square leg. You saw he made a conscious effort just to put some back into that one.
Score now is 12 without loss after 2 overs. Heritage cricketers are batting. We've got Akash and Ronnie opening the batting. Akash is on 9 or 5 and Ronnie's on 3 from 6. We've got Fahim Suleiman coming on to bowl.
We see the figures of Ronnie. 141 matches, 136 innings. Strike rate of 128, average of 22.4.
So Fahim Suleiman's just bringing his fine length squarer. We're just having a look at Akash stats here.
Clipped off, that should be boundary. That's a great shot.
And it's gone exactly where the fielder was.
Just getting a bit too straight on that occasion.
Especially after you've moved the fielder. Let's see if there's any swing.
Actually, to be fair, he's taken that off middle and off, probably even off stump. That's great batting, just coming inside the line.
Risky batting, and that's why I don't think the bowler should be too unhappy with it. Good shot, and if he does that every ball, he's going to be in trouble eventually.
If I was the bowling team now, I'd be taking notice of the approach that Akash is taking. He is definitely making a conscious effort to move across his stumps. As we look at his strike rate, 174.
Average of 36. Yeah, you want to be going at that strike rate, and you can see why he's got a good strike rate. Attacking player, it's very aggressive. So we've got Sheldon Mungru here. He's played the 16 matches. And hopefully we'll get another look at those.
Just a pause in play as batsman, I think, felt the wind come up there. Maybe something got in his eyes. Suleiman in his first over here. Cut away. Fielder well placed there, down there, third man. So this is the first of the last 16 matches on the main oval. There's actually a round of 32 matches been played as we look at Sheldon Mungru's stats there. Hits away. Failing's coming around. Should be 2 here, and that's good running between the wickets.
Great running. Putting the pressure on the fielding team. I like to see that. Score is now 21 without loss after 3 overs. And it's even Stevens out there. Just take a look at the draw of the knockouts. And it really is wide open. Masagami, the favorites and top seeds. But it really is an open tournament as it stands. Dakar Warriors, Share Trip, Pink Panthers, Black Eagles, CPI Challengers and more all think they've got a shot at winning this title.
There's 2 qualifying matches at the moment. They are on the YMC Oval. Ningalese and Czech Republic. The winner of that will be playing in the afternoon match at 4 o'clock. And the same with the 2 Pakistan teams from Lahore, Wolfpack and Popots. They will know a lot about each other. As we look at Mangru continue.
Mangru back into the attack. Yeah, that'll be a local derby, and I'm sure it'll be very heated. A lot up for grabs. Bragging rights. A spot in the last 16.
And I'm sure Taimur, who runs Last Man Stands in Lahore in Pakistan, will be watching that one closely. And he'll actually probably quite enjoy that matchup, knowing that at least one of the teams will be in the last 16. So it's a no-lose situation for Taimur. Oh, he's bowled him! That's the first wicket of the day. Just got his length a bit fuller in this over here, Bjorn.
And he played it from the crease, and he probably needed to get a good stride in there, and that's the change in track. It's not the same as it was the previous few days in the tournament. Great delivery.
Oh, that's back.
Bit of seam up there.
And that's why you want to go fuller. When there's just a bit of moisture here, just gone a bit fuller, gets that movement. And I think that's going to beat most batsmen in this tournament, Bjorn.
100%. It's a great delivery. I would have liked to have seen him get a stride in there and give himself a bit more chance of getting a bit of pad in the way there. But
I think he's been waiting on the back foot. And I think that's clever bowling. Mangro realizing that Akash was looking to sort of shuffle across to off stump and try and wait for that short one. And he's just gone fuller and between the bat and pad. And that's the first wicket of the day.
First blood to Shofire Lions. The score is 23 for 1. We're in the 4th over. And Sheldon Mangru has bowled an absolute peach. Probably would have got away with that shot early on in the group stages of the tournament, but the ball is coming through a bit quicker, and there's a bit more life in the track today. So it'll be good to see how the batsmen adjust, and different techniques are required on this track.
I think in the first few days, as the day was getting on, the scores were potentially getting lower. I think it could be the opposite here. I think by game 3, it's going to be the ideal time to be batting on this wicket. Oh, what a shot this gone.
And that's the beauty of this track. The ball comes nicely onto the bat.
And that's his first ball, Bjorn.
Syed Ali comes, and he's got a 600 strike rate at the moment. One ball,
what a
6.
shot that is.
And he saw it was pitched up. It was a half volley, and it got the treatment. So there's value for the batsman, and there's value for the bowlers here. If you get your lines wrong, it comes on nicely to the bat. Let's see how Sheldon replies here. I think he's going to bring his line back a bit.
We're just saying he's done well to go a bit fuller, but he's just thrown the hands at that. That's a confident start. Most batsmen would just be looking to get a feel for the wicket. And Syed Makamal Ali has just thrown his hands at that gloriously hit over Frelink at mid-off there.
Absolutely clobbered it. The ball's only coming back now. Like to have a look at Syed Ali's stats. He's obviously a very confident player.
And Mangrove's definitely bowled that one a bit quicker there. He was not happy with being hit over mid-off. And that's smart batting here from Ali.
Very well played. Got right back in his crease. Watched the ball well, and soft hands and good running. So let's have a look at he's got an outside tickle. He opened the face there. I think that was deliberate. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. I think the fielding team thing was an outside edge, but I think he just opened the face, and that's very clever batting. What an over there. Lots of action there. Sheldon Mangru picking up the wicket, but also going for 2 boundaries there. He's got 2 overs for 20 now and the 1 wicket. Robbie Freiling looks like he's coming back to bowl. Score is 35 for 1 after 4 overs. The crease is Syed Ali and Zial Rani. Robbie Freiling charging in. Oh, he's got a wicket there. It's 2 wickets in 2 overs. Zalrani hasn't moved his feet there.
So, Ronnie going for the big one.
Played across the line. Probably not the right shot there. Wasn't full enough for that.
So, in the knockout stages, there's no easy game beyond. It's now the cream of the crop of the last man stands world.
The standard is very good. It's competitive. It's tight. And it's going to be very, very exciting. We're in for a cracking day's play here. And I've liked the way Heritage cricketers have been playing. There's maybe 1 or 2 more players need to just settle down and get in here, get a little bit of a partnership going. But
you see in that slow-mo there, Akash was just signaling to his captain there, elbow up. But it was a bit too late because he was already walking back to the pavilion.
So new batsman in is Shakil Haider.
But they're off to a fast start, Jeff. So this game's...
It's game on. It's game on. They've just got to bat out their 20 overs. They're going at a great rate of speed here. Projected score is just under 170, so nothing wrong with the runs on the board at the moment. Just the wickets are concerned.
It's a beautiful day here in Cape Town. Freiling continues. Well left, all the keepers just... He hasn't looked comfortable today.
No.
He hasn't looked comfortable. I know, Bjorn, you've done a bit of keeping in your time, and it's not easy when the ball's not always getting to you. Do you? He's readjusting his position. He's coming closer. Do you find it easier coming a bit closer?
It's difficult in this wind with the ball swinging, and I think that's probably why he's trying to give himself an extra yard, but he's actually making it harder. I think he's rather come and take it at knee height.
that one's okay, but that's easier, isn't it, Bjorn? Taking it above, at your nose.
Look how comfortable he looked there, Weno.
Yeah.
I think he's in the right spot there, and needs to make a mark there for Freiling.
He keeps making his mark. That groundsman's going to have his work cut out there. He's made about 14 marks there.
Great effort there, but that'll be wide.
It's all about the keeper at the moment. The batsman's under pressure, but so is the keeper.
Unusual to see Freiling ball wide, and that's actually shaped away a lot.
The keeper's done well there.
Yeah.
Just parried it around the post.
It's just carried on going. Very good keeping there. Looking for 2. And good calling there by the batsman. I don't think the 2 was on.
So Robbie Freiling, he played, I think, 3 or 4 internationals for South Africa, but in his provincial career, he was well known for his death bowling, one of the better death bowlers in the circuit. He could land a Yorker every time it was needed.
It's a good shot. Definitely 2 on here. They're running hard. They're going for it. That's great running.
So Muhammad Syed Ali looks a well-organized player, Beyond. That shot that he hit over mid-off for 6 of the first ball showed a touch of class, and so far he's scoring it easier, while the other batsmen have found it a little bit more challenging.
He's read the length and the line of the ball early, so he's either got right forward or right back, and he's played all around the wicket. So really is a compact batsman, and he's got a good head on his shoulders, it looks like.
So Suleiman to continue. He struggled a little bit in his first over. Went for 8, but just didn't seem to
dropped the odd one short. I think his shoulder was just dropping there a bit. That's a better ball, but down the leg and just the one.
So I like the look of this Heritage Cricket Club. I haven't seen much of their batting, but I've seen a lot of their bowling, and they've got one of the better bowling lineups. So this is arguably one of the toughest games of the day to call. Beyond two strong bowling lineups, and both teams have some firepower with the bat, and that's why they're in the last 16.
Exciting match to watch. It's a good ball. That's just the one. It's getting a bit of lift off the deck there. Batsman was a little bit uncomfortable playing that shot. Fahim Suleiman will be happy with that. I'm really enjoying this knock of Syed Ali.
The run rate's healthy, so he doesn't need to do anything silly here. He needs to play percentage cricket. I think Suleiman got away with that there. I don't think that's the length you want to be bowling at that pace there. There's a big gap between mid-wicket and fine leg, and he just needed anything on that. The wind's blowing in that, blowing sort of across the ground from point to square leg. So
yeah, very lucky to get away. The batsman just lost his balance there a bit, lost his shape, and I think if he tries that again, it's going to get dispatched. To see him bowl it a lot fuller here.
I think maybe what he's noticed, though, is Syed Ali might be a front foot player. Akash was batting earlier. He was rocking on the back foot a bit, but maybe they've just identified that they need to push Ali back in the crease after he came in and first hit that first one over long off for six.
He can definitely play on the front foot, that's for sure.
We've seen that. We haven't seen a pull shot from him yet, so possibly until he shows he can play the pull shot, they might just keep banging it back over length to him.
He's on strike here. He's got 17 from 7 balls. Amazing strike rate.
That's a wristy shot. Flex, I like the way they run between the wickets. There's good intensity to this match, Bjorn.
Both teams are showing good intent. Good. Everyone's meeting the ball in the field, and the batsmen are running hard between the wickets, so no one's giving an inch, which, as you'd expect at this stage of the tournament.
Yeah. We'll get another look at that draw just now for the last 16. And there's 2 qualifying matches being played as we speak. So there's 18 teams left in this tournament. And you're just going to see a big contrast or big switch in the standard of the game. There's obviously a few teams in the group stages that weren't possibly up there with the top-ranked side, but these 18 sides are quality.
It's also that intensity of the knockout matches where everyone's going to raise their games. You got to win the match, otherwise they're out the tournament.
Looks like
change in bowler here. We're bringing on the spinner early, which is a bit of a gamble because the batsmen are heading with the wind. So it's Pienaar Base coming into bowl. He bowled very well against the Rebels. Picked up a few sticks.
Left arm tweaker, so he's given him first up. The batsman's not happy. He says it hit him his hip, but I don't think that's relevant when you're down sweeping. We'll have to. This is the good thing that we have a replay. What do you think at home, folks? I think that's umpire's call. It's a tough one. It has bounced a bit, but
be interesting to see the side on there. I think he probably would have reviewed it if he was the batsman, and I think it could have been umpire's call, maybe clipping the leg stump there.
But the Shofire Lions, I like the look of them, Bjorn. I hadn't seen a base bowl before. I've seen him bat, and he hits a long ball as we watch. I think that's pitched. There's no problem with the line there, Bjorn. It's just whether the ball is going over the top of the stumps or not. But in the scorebook, it says out, LBW, and that's all that matters.
And again, probably the wrong shot there to play. If you'd played with a straight bat and it hit his pads, the umpire, so often you get away with it.
Especially for the first delivery, beyond a bit. But you actually alluded to the fact that there's a small boundary on the leg side, and maybe that got in the mind. But he's hitting against the spin. So I thought if it was an off spin, there may be a bit more concerns about the the leg boundary, but you're hitting against him, and it's quite easy to get a top edge. I don't think there was a percentage shot. It just had nothing really going for it there.
Yeah, 100%, and it's disappointing for Saad Ali. He looked so strong. He made 18 off 9 deliveries.
And he's going so well. It's always easier from the commentary box, but I didn't feel it was needed. You could have had a look at him, get used to the flight. It's not easy, the first delivery of a new bowler.
We did see him hit that 6 off the first ball, so that's obviously how he plays.
So Pino Bice, he's one of the cleaner hitters in this tournament. If you're going to be around here later, you definitely want to watch him bat. He gives it a proper thump.
That's a great start from Pino Bice. Just the one ball to come. He'll be very happy with this over. Oh, he's dropped that short. They're happy with just the one.
So that's a great start there from Pino Bice.
So projected scores dropped down to 134. The run rate really has slowed down with all these wickets and had to take its toll. The score is 47 for 3 after 7 overs.
So as we look at the bowling, the figures there, Bjorn.
So Sheldon Mangru bowling the 2 overs for 10. Really good start by the bowling attack, and I'd be very happy if I was the skipper there. Frylank and Mangru and Bays taking wickets. Just Suleiman Fahim missing out on the sticks there, but he's done a job there.
And now we're going to see the 5th bowler here, Ramcharan. And often the 5th bowler is the one that sometimes can be a bit expensive. Often a batting all-rounder that's required to come and do a job. And I've got a feeling these are the 4 overs that the Heritage cricketers might want to target. So far, all 4 bowlers have looked very useful.
I think that's maybe what got Saeed Ali when Bass came on to bowl there, but just picking the wrong delivery.
They start with 2 low full tosses on leg stump. And I think Ali now will be sitting in the dugout thinking, why have I attempted that shot first up? He might feel unlucky with the LBW decision, but perhaps the shot option was just not needed. Oh, edged away. This is running away. Field comes around. Good running between the wickets as well.
Small ball. It's a better ball there from Ramcharan. And I think he is the bowler that they need to attack. He's not as consistent as the other bowlers we've seen. Got another 3 overs hitting with the wind. And the second 10 is going to be a lot harder for the batsman.
That's a clever cricket shot. Just almost 2, but that's well done from the fielder. I think that's Sheldon Mangru there. He's covered a lot of ground. He's not even at point. I'd say it's almost an extra cover, and he's covered a lot of ground. And that's the other thing beyond in this stage of the tournament, especially on this main over with these big gaps in the field. The standard of fielders and having them in the right places is such a crucial component.
Another full toss. 100% Wayno. And we saw early on in the innings Heritage running very well between the wickets, but they've slowed down a bit and they're a bit more conservative. And I think that's the pressure coming from the Shofire Lions.
It's the last ball of the Ramcharan's first over. That's put away. That's an unbelievable shot. Just uses his wrist and
Ratan Das absolutely smoked that. It was a glorious shot. It's one of the shots of this morning.
It's not an easy shot, that, beyond it's taken the pace of the ball, and you just watch the wrist here.
It's made it look effortless. It's a different delivery. That was the...
As we see it here now, this will be the one. Just inside out. Knows exactly where the fielders are. That's high class, skillful batting.
What a beautiful shot. So a lot of depth in this Heritage Cricketers batting lineup. Ratan Das coming in. Number 5, he's made 8 or 5 with the 1 boundary. I think he needs to do a big job here for his team. He needs to take them deep.
And beyond that projected score was 132 a few balls ago, it's up to 143. The thing about last man stands with our projected score, it's just basically taking net run rate. So it's a tricky one. At some point we might need to develop an algorithm that takes wickets in hand. Wickets in hand do play a role in any form of the game, probably less so in a 100-ball game, but they still do play a role. And if they weren't...
we need to think heavily about it. Partnerships also, and then also if you've got one batsman in the hat that's made a 50, you can play with a bit more freedom and a bit more aggressively. So you need to take that into account of your projected score.
But I was going to say, if they weren't 3 wickets down here, I would be saying that projected score should actually be a little bit higher than that, possibly 160. They're really almost going at 8 and over, but they don't have the comfort of taking the. They're still at risk here at this stage if they don't bat their 20 overs. So that always means you've got to keep yourself in check a little bit. I don't know what their depth is. Some teams struggle with number 7 and 8, so they might only have 1 or 2 left in the hatch yet to go. So it's just a rebuilding phase, and I think actually that projected score at this stage is quite an accurate reflection.
I think it is, and I think interesting to see the change of bowler here. The skip has obviously been a bit shocked by that shot by Ratha and Das, and he's brought on the linchpin here of the spearhead of the bowling attack, Sheldon Mangru. I think they're trying to pick up an extra wicket check because he normally bowls the last 2 overs.
And Heritage aware of that, just pushing for 1s and 2s here. They're going to probably go 2 again. They work in Freilink here. Oh, but you don't want to test that arm, do you, Bjorn? You might not.
I'll test him in the field, not the arm, if he's got it.
Yeah.
But possibly a 2 there if they ran a bit harder, but he actually did very well.
He did well. You know what? He's a big man, but he covers the ground better than you think. But
reads the game well.
And also he makes up for any potential shortfalls of pace with a massive arm. That's beautifully clipped off his legs. This is skillful batting here. They're really working the ball into the gaps. And again, fielding, this is good cricket here, Bjorn.
And not enough pressure on the fielder there by the batsman. I think they should have turned and waited and had a look, see if there was a fumble.
I think the batsman on strike did, but the non-striker was possibly a bit guilty of just coasting. So they both, there's no point one of the batsmen running hard and the other one coasting. They both got to do it.
So we just take a look at the Heritage Cricketers card here. Ali, LBW base, Akash, Bold Mangru, 17 of 10. Haider, he's at the crease, 11 of 13.
Yeah, fielding's going to be such an important part of the latter stage. I remember that the 2011 final here between 2 South African teams from Pretoria, and the level of fielding in that match was outstanding. And a lot of the times that carried them all the way through to the final.
It's a wide ball. It's a lot quicker.
Keeper's done well. It doesn't look like he's a natural keeper beyond. He's struggled, but he hasn't.
He stopped that way. No, he didn't catch that. That was maybe he's a stopper.
But I think it's in last man stands cricket. You know, if you've got a batsman that can give it a hit, and I think he's handy with the bat. This is great batting again. They're really working the fielders here.
They run here. Should be an easy 2.
This is what the Bangladesh sides tend to do. Beyond that, they've got some skillful batters. They realise this is a big boundary, big field. So it's not all about hitting the cover of the ball. You're working the ball into the gaps, and you'll see now that the third man field has come a bit squarer. So that does present the opportunity for maybe the fine touchdown to third man. As we see he was going for it there, Bjorn. He saw the fielder going a bit squarer. Yeah. And this is good cricket from everyone here. The bowler perhaps got away with that, though, Bjorn, because any bat on that probably was before.
Either side of third man, that was going to race away. He's bowling a lot quicker than he was in his first spell, Fahim Suleiman. And it's skidding through. Not too much bounce coming from him, but it's very skiddy bowler. As I say that one's popped a bit, and his batsman's played it well and guided it down to third man. Brings Rattan Das on strike. He's really looked at ease at the crease, striking the ball cleanly. He's 11 off 7. Should be 2 here, but they're happy with 1.
Just beyond this heritage side's impressed me because I've seen, as I said earlier, I've seen them bowl. I just didn't get the opportunity to watch them bat. And they've got a gun bowling lineup. And all their batsmen so far look accomplished. I just don't know what their depth like with the bat, but they're going to take some beating, yes.
Just working the ball around the park, crafting their innings here.
So that completes the first 10 overs. The game's evenly poised at 70 for 3.
I think Heritage Cricket is now slightly ahead.
If we look at the draw for the knockout stages, there's 2 qualifying matches. The Wolfpack and the Pop-Hats have been a tussle on the YMC Oval. The winner of that match will play the tournament favourites, the world number 1 ranked side, Masagami. And for those of you who have not watched Masagami play yet, they'll be in the final game of the day. And we saw a masterclass of last man stands cricket in their group stage match earlier in this week. So definitely worth watching them. They definitely live up to their names as tournament favourites. And then they've got the Nengalese from New Zealand, the only Kiwi team left in the tournament, against Tech Republic on the YMC Oval. Be good to get some updates from how those 2 matches are going. And those 2 matches will be played on the last, I think later in the day, both of them on the Gary Kirsten Oval. And then you look at the right-hand side of the draw. It's packed with teams from Bangladesh, Dakar Warriors, Share Trip, and Layla. There's still 2 English sides in the tournament, Pink Panthers and the Black Eagles. And then there's obviously a variety of South African teams. And the Pakistan side, Inglorious Legends, were taking on the Shwani Old Boys. And that game's live on LMS TV2 as we speak. So we're switching for the 10, and that Pienaar base comes back into attack.
I like Pienaar base, gets the ball good air, good flight, but that one's slightly offline there. Just an update on the score in the qualifier. Nengalese are on 165 in the 19th over, so if you're a New Zealand fan, just switch across to that channel. I think it's on channel 3, the LMS TV. Your boys from Down Under are doing well there.
And maybe you can get an update on the Glorious Legends match for me and the viewers just now beyond as we look at Pienaar base. Continue here. So I think his first ball, I'm going to make an excuse for Pienaar on his first delivery there. He bowled into the wind in the first spell, and now he's downwind, and I've seen that often when bowlers, they switch end, and then maybe slightly airing on the full side. So he's going to have to adjust his length a little bit here. The wind is strong. Okay, and we've got an update on the Inglorious Legends versus the Shwani Old Boys from Pretoria. They chasing 136 on the Gary Kirsten Oval. So
that's against the Shwani Old Boys from Pretoria, so that should be a cracking game. I think Glorious Legends will be happy with that.
He's just adjusted his length slightly back there. Good batting now. I like the intent there. Any bat on that was going to be at least 2 there, Bjorn.
Interesting field there, yes. I'll be playing behind square here, playing with the wind. And that's what he was trying to do, but he didn't. That's a better ball there by Pace.
Very good bowling because he now knows that the batsman's possibly thinking of that shot, bowling into middle and leg. And that's half the battle in this game. It's trying to outthink what the batsman's doing, and the batsman's got to outthink what the bowler's doing.
And the skipper's got to know what's happening as well in the bowler's mind. If you have a look at the field, we've got a very square field. There's nothing behind. It's an appeal for court there. I think it came off the pad. That's what the umpire's signaling. I think it's a good decision there by Kwasi, our umpire. So we've got a deep square leg and a backward point, and that's as far as we go. Let's have a look at the replay. Can't see from that angle.
In the 2017 final here, we brought the third umpire into the equation. That was for runouts. We might bring that in for finals day again, just for runouts and stump-ins. I don't think we're going to get involved.
I wouldn't like the pressure if I'm in the box seat here. Would have to get one of the umpires up into the comms box to review on our screen here. We've got a screen in front of us to have a look at it. Very difficult to be a third umpire now that I'm sitting here. But when I'm watching on TV at home, I've always got an opinion.
But we definitely will not be bringing in for LBWs or SNCs. Our SNCometer is not working at the moment. We're going to upgrade it for the next tournament. So I apologize for all the viewers.
There's so much wind at the moment. I don't think you'd hear anything on SNCometer.
So new bowler, the sixth bowler used, Fayaz Patel.
And he was actually the pick of the bowlers for me against the Rebels. The big upset as Shofire Lions beat Rebels, who are top 10 in the world.
And Bjorn, there's a reason they probably held him back here, because it's a slightly bigger boundary now, off spin into the wind. So, and look at the turnabout, the keeper. Oh no, the keeper just a bit slow to react there. I think his studs
got costly. Rattan Das giving an opportunity there.
His studs get stuck in the ground. You just can't get moving. Watch him. He gets stuck. He's stuck. And he just can't move.
Looks like he lost sight of it there. It's difficult when you're standing up and you've got a helmet on and your head's down. The ball pops up. You often can't see it as a keeper. He's not having a good day behind the stumps. I feel for him out there. It's not an easy job. The wind's swirling around.
We've seen some very good keepers in this tournament, Bjorn, and then you've also seen some guys that are picked as batsmen, and their job is to bat. I think he's a batting all-rounder keeper. I don't think it's his natural position. So he's doing a fair job considering.
And Fayaz Patel is causing problems here. He's got one ball to come. Score is 78 for 3. Let's have a look at this replay.
So on LMS TV3, as we watch Patel continue here.
That's what good bowling.
We've just heard that Nengalese have posted, I think, 190 with a home run of the last delivery. And Ricky, he must be going absolutely bananas out there on that oval there. Ricky, he's a commentator, he's a league manager, and he's also a supporter. He supports every player, supports every team. And for those of you who played on the YMCA oval, you'll know how much fun he brings to that ground.
So the scorecard's definitely looking a bit more batting friendly in today's games. Score now 78 for 3. Projected score is 130.
I think as the day goes on, beyond the scores are going to get higher. There is a little bit of moisture, and you see that one just, I think, getting a little bit of purchase out of the. See again there, beyond. So I think as the day goes on, that's not going to be turning as much. I don't think that's turning due to the dryness. I think it's just due to the wet, slightly damp, and as
it's also kicked up quite high. There's a lot of bounce on that delivery. He's bowling from a high action. He's a big guy, Pino base. Lovely action.
Well bowled. Get a slip in. But the keeper is
he's giving his all. That's great effort by the wicket keeper. I love to see that. He's going to be exhausted after that, running with the pads and the helmet and the gloves and the box.
He only dropped one glove off. He kept the helmet on. And that's a big chase. He's taking his time. He's walking back.
It's hot out there, ladies and gentlemen. He's got the helmet on. Got the pads. He's feeling it at about 35, 40 degrees out there. Rattan Das slowing down a bit. He's on 14 from 14, so pressure building for him. Came out striking it so fluently. Shakil Hader's on 25 from 24, just going steadily, building his innings.
In your view here, and it's obviously not even something we used to speak about a previous World Championship match, but the reverse sweep might be a percentage option with how much it's turning here.
I love a reverse sweep, but I think if you just come in and decide to play it and you haven't practiced the shot, it's not the option. But if you practice it 3 or 4 times a week and you can do it well, then definitely it's an option here. Hit with the wind.
If I was the next batsman in, I'd be practicing it lot of practice swings here now because it feels to be
one thing against the reverse sweep that we've got to be aware of is Peanut Base is about 6 foot, so it's getting a lot of bounce, so it's not easy. You've got to get right down and make sure you catch it on the full, on the half volley. Otherwise, it could be a wicket.
Or if he's spinning it big, and I think I'd be more worried about the one that just goes straight on. If it's spinning big and you're quite comfortable, you just need to get any bat on it. It's the one that he bowls, and he has got an arm ball that goes straight on, and that's the one I would be worried about if I was going to try that shot. We
did see Murray Workman play a lovely reverse. I don't think it was a reverse sweep. It was a reverse swat. And a switch hit has been whispered in my ear by tech guys behind me. Rufat Islam is doing a sterling job on the production of this live stream for the World Champs.
So Heritage Cricket Club, they come with a lot of pedigree.
Lovely shot, lovely shot.
Definitely two. They're going to work the big man. The keeper's off again. Now there's going to be three. There's no one at the stumps besides the bowler. So this
Bowler's
keeper.
done well there. Great running. Good cricket there. Well done from the bowler as well. Good.
So, in football they get tracker on players and they see how much distance they've run. I'd love to put a fitness tracker on the keeper here. I think he's covered a kilometre already in this match.
And I'd like to know how much weight he's carried with his pads and his helmet and his gloves. He's probably pushing over the course of this match. He's building those guns there, and he's going to have a proper workout.
Oh, he's in action again, the keeper. Oh, no, he's...
The pressure was building there. There was a release shot there that came from the dot balls and the singles.
So coming back to Heritage, in 2019, they made it to the semi-final of the Last Man Stands World Champs, and they lost out to East Coast Wales, who went on to lose in the final. But Heritage have got some experience in knockout cricket at World Champs, and that's good batting from the field as well placed. They see the captaincy is very good here from the Shofire Lions. They've seen the batsman attempting their shot. They've moved their point to now third man. So there is a big gap between third man and extra cover, but it's going to take some shot to hit it against the spin through there.
Just the one. It's good bowling by Patel.
I do still think the reverse switch hit is it's the risk and reward shot, but there's...
If it's there to go for it and you can play it, I 100% agree. We're not at a stage where they need to go crazy, the batsmen. They're going along just fine at the moment. Its projected score is 129. I think when we get to the 16th over, they've got to try and get a bit more inventive, and they need one or two boundaries and over just to get to 140. I think would be a good score on this track.
But we look at that last 10 balls, .31, .13111. So, but I actually think this is good cricket because if maybe you didn't have the strongest bowling lineup, you might be thinking we need 160, 170. But when you back your bowlers, you think, guys, we don't want to blow ourselves out and suddenly be bowled out for 120, 115 here.
And what I like about those last 10 balls, not a lot of dots, just the 2 dots. So they're building their innings, they're getting their eye in. They're both coming close to 20 and 30 runs. So they're set batsmen. And I think this over and the next over, one of them needs to kick on and start being more aggressive with those switch hits and trying to make use of the square boundary, because it's very difficult to hit it straight down the ground with this wind.
But I think also the key is you've got to be saying, what do we think we can defend here? And they've probably got a number around 135, 140. And that's turn and bounce. Now you see the fielder's just adjusted. He's gone a bit squarer there, third man.
And there, definitely, if you've got good hands, you get a bit of bat on it and you reverse hits that one.
This is calling for a left-hander to come to the crease here. That's a small hit with the wind. So apparently there's 2 left-handers next in the dugout. Take a chance. Now get the left hand in.
Oh.
Bjorn, I think now the time is to play the reverse sweep. But Peanut Bice,
I can't argue with you anymore.
But Peanut Bice might be onto that. And if I was him, I'd be looking to just slide the arm ball here because...
I think it's coming. I think the arm ball is coming here. He wants a wicket. You can see how disappointed he is with that last delivery. That's it. There's two there if they run hard. There's two here. It's turning.
So I think spinners in all teams will be licking their lips watching this bowling here from Pienaar Bais. Left arm spin or right arm leg spin is going to play a big part in these last 16, especially when you got the right-handers at the crease. Teams that have got spinners that can move the ball both ways are really giving their teams an advantage in this tournament.
And it's so interesting to see because there's another good delivery there from base, but it's completely different wickets. It's coming through much quicker. It's turning. Pienaar Bais, what a spell there. That's 4 overs for just the 15 runs and picking up the vital wicket of Akil.
And it's also good captaincy.
Economy rate of just 4 and over, and he can give himself a pat on the back there. That's a job done for him. You can't ask more of a bowler. In fact, if a bowler goes for less than 8 here, I think he's done a great job. So that is fantastic bowling by Base, and he can bat as well. So watch him in the second innings. I think he'll open the batting. He'll come in definitely in the top 4.
The other thing that's so important is to know the opposition. And we watched Benora with the gentleman Mendes in 2017. But going into the match, he knew everything about the opposition. And part of me thinks, why is Pienaar Bais bowled his overs through? You might want him at the death, but they're aware that that Heritage Cricket have got 2 left-arm batsmen to come, and that you don't want the left-arm spinner bowling into the pad. So knowing the opposition at this stage of the tournament is crucial as well when you come in to set your plans. So excellent cricket all round from the Shofire Lions.
That's a good point there, Wayno. And there's been so much footage of the opposition nowadays with every single game in the World Champs being live streamed. So all matches have been live streamed. It's been a wonderful experience for the players and the viewers around the world. Last man stands, 8-a-side format, the largest amateur cricket league in the world. So we see the batsmen take on. We said at the 15th over they're going to have to be more aggressive, and I think we're going to see that, Wayno.
Yeah, it's getting to the interesting stage of the innings. Last man stands cricket, 5 ball overs. So just the 23 balls left in this innings.
That's a lovely shot. It'll be 4. Save your legs. Projected score is 122 before that. Now gone up to 126. I think they'll be targeting 140 on this deck.
I don't think that's where the line you want to be bowling on this field here with the short square boundary on the offside. You'd want to be bowling middle and leg. There's a big boundary on the leg side. And I think you want to be getting the batsman to try and hit into the wind to the long boundary. So I'd be surprised if Patel doesn't go a bit straighter here. Oh, and as I say that, what am I talking about? That's out the park.
Do you see how that just held up in the wind there? We thought it was going to be in the car park, but just got held up in the wind and carried over the fence there by a meter or 2. Lovely strike by the batsman.
And he needed the full, if he mistimed it, that's out. Beyond, that's a big hit into the wind.
Huge hit into the wind. He's pulled it back. That's good bowling by Patel.
I still think as a bowler, you'd rather be hit with the batsman's taking on a high-risk shot.
Any slight miscalculation on the batsman's part, and that's going to fall short and be a chance. Just watch it, just hangs there.
Just hangs. And Freyland got more and more interested.
It went very high. Hit it straight out the middle.
And we look at this quarterfinal draw. This is the crunch and exciting time of the tournament. Teams from all over the world have qualified to play in this tournament in Cape Town. We're watching a team from Bangladesh, the Heritage Cricketers, taking on a team from South Africa, Durban, Pietermaritzburg area, the Shofire Lions. And then there's 2 qualifying matches at the moment being played between the Nengalese, and they're from New Zealand, and the Czech Republic. And then there's 2 Pakistan teams on LMS TV3, Wolfpack versus the Pophats. And the winner of that match will play the tournament favourites and the world ranked number 1 side, Masagami. Masagami are not ranked number 1 for nothing. They've got, I think, 1,300 caps between them. And everyone's raving about them. And, you know, they're clear favourites, but anything can happen in this tournament, Bjorn.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening in the qualifier between Poppets and Wolfpack, but both those sides will be looking for an upset, and both of those sides will have the armory to do so if it goes to plan.
Yeah, that match actually, Bjorn, is actually going to be played at 11, and then the winner of that match will be playing in the final game on the main oval. And their prize will be to play the world #1 team.
Lovely shot. Fields is going to have to do well to stop it.
Oh, and
that's 4 runs. Great effort. I think it's Mangru in the deep there.
And beyond that, the Heritage cricketers getting the reward now for that smart cricket in the middle overs.
Patience is paying dividends now.
They got off to a quick start, then they lost 3 quick wickets, and then there was a rebuilding phase, and now they've got a platform. It's hard to see how they'll get bowled out from here, so it really does allow them to go hard from both ends in these final 17 deliveries.
Very impressed with this partnership by Hayder and Das.
It's gone again. This is fine, and this is clever batting. The bowler taking the pace off it. And suddenly Hayder is up in that strike rate, goes deep in his crease and just helps it on its way.
That one's kept a bit low, so it's actually an even better shot than I first thought. Just rocked back, watched it.
The key there was he knows exactly where the fielders are placed. The fielder just moved a little bit square, and he decided to get inside the line and just played it nice and helped it on his way.
So pressure back on Shofire Lions here. A good comeback there by Fahim Suleiman. It's just been hit for a few boundaries. You look at the last 10 balls there, a lot more boundaries. So really good cricket by Heritage cricketers. They've played this innings beautifully. Rata and Das and Shakil Hayder. I think it's close to a 70-run partnership. That's a quick delivery, and it's hit him on the head. It's 1 for the over, the umpire calls.
And that's why you should always wear a helmet, folks.
Just checking he's all right, and he's given the thumbs up.
So there's a cracker of the game going on the Gary Kirsten Oval. Inglorious Legends are 40 for 3, chasing 136. So that game could go either way. It sounds like the Inglorious Legends need a partnership. That's on LMS TV 2. We live from the Wally Wilson Oval, Western Province Cricket Club in Cape Town. Table Mountain in the backdrop.
It's a beautiful day. If you in Rondebosch and Newlands or Claremont, come down and some cold beverages and sunshine and some great action here.
But Bjorn, can you tell me a bit about this bowler? Has he played a bit of cricket before?
This is Robbie Freilank, Wayno. He's one of the stalwarts of the Shofire Lions team. He's played a bit for the Dolphins down in Durban. Also had a stint with the Lions in Johannesburg. Played 4 games for the Proteas in the one-day setup. So a wealth of experience. He's played professional cricket for around 20 years, and I think he's been retired now for the last 2 or 3 years, and he's got a big academy that they're setting up to pass on his experience and expertise to the youngsters coming through. And
I bowled him. I was just about to say
they needed a wicket, and he's delivered.
And he's well known for his death bowling and bowling Yorkers. And that's
Yorkers, you mentioned it earlier, Wayne, at the start of the game. His death bowling and Yorkers, and he's delivered. And we've got the Indian Super Series coming up in 2023, where there's 24 teams taking part from around India, and there's a few teams from South Africa, and we might have to have a word with Robbie to be a player coach. He's got so much experience and knowledge to pass on to the young players, discover the next talent.
And you've seen beyond from previous games, just those key moments where a bit of experience and a bit of knowledge of the game is so handy, and he's just helped the captain at times with field placings and tactics. And in the 2017 final, or during the whole tournament with Ajanta Mendes, who had also just retired, he was pivotal, not only with the bat and ball, but more so with the experience and the knowledge of the game.
Setting the right fields, bowling the right bowlers at the right time.
Oh, my word.
That is shot of the tournament, ladies and gentlemen.
First ball.
Extra cover. Who needs one when you bat like that?
There's obviously something that they do in this team. We saw, I think it was Ali earlier in the innings hitting his first ball over long off for 6.
That's Mr. Hack, and that is not a hack, ladies and gentlemen. That is a 6 over extra cover. What a shot.
That's all class. He's gone again.
It's another boundary.
No, I think the field will get around, but this is, just got the foot down.
Good football there. So, a great start by Hack here. He's on 8 off 2. Knew Freilich was going to bring that ball a bit shorter after he hit that shot over extra cover. And he was waiting for it on the back foot.
This is the exciting thing about last man stands cricket. Beyond a wicket falls, and you think it's just going to slow down the run rate, but it actually increased the run rate. And they've earned the right to play this way at the death because of the wickets in hand. And I don't think Huck, if he came in their 8th over, would have been trying to hit his first one over long off to a former international player for 6. So I don't think you need to respect anyone at this stage of the innings. If you've
exuberance of youth there, and what a shot, what a start. The projected score is now 138. Score is 124 for 4 after 18. Mangru coming back into the attack. He's got one left. This will be his last over. They've gone for a big shot there. It's a big swing and a big miss there. Hayder's on 43 from 41, and a really steady innings from him. Steered his team out of a difficult phase of the game.
So projected score 136. I think they'll be looking for a little bit more than that. 140 will be competitive here.
Well, that's quick. It's one for the over. It's the bouncer.
Umpire signals one for the over. Good umpiring.
So Sheldon Mangru, he's just gone for 27 in his overs so far. This is his final over. Only allowed 4 overs per bowler, and last man stands. He's gone full.
That's a great shot.
Lovely shot.
What a shot. That was not badly bowled by Mangru. That's almost a Yorker. He's played it off the back foot and he's dug it out, and that's not an easy thing to do. Beyond it wasn't a half. It was he made it into a half volley by playing off his back foot. But watch
this. Shot of a man in form. He's watched it. He's waited on the back foot, as Wayno said, and he's hit that straight out the screws.
Not elegant.
Fielders.
Not elegant, but very effective, and game awareness superb. Now it's the top edge. One bounce 4. And a good little flurry here.
I think that's his 50. Well batted, Shaquille Hayder. Really good knock from him, and he's really done a job for his team. They were in a lot of trouble at 40 for 3 when he came into bat. .51 runs, 45 balls, strike rate of 113. He's hit 5 4s and no 6s. So as the batsmen make 50, they retire, but they can come back if all the other wickets fall.
So Czech Republic, Bjorn, can you tell me how they're getting on their qualifying match?
They're chasing 190, and they're on 44 without loss after 4 overs, so they're going along very well at the moment. I watched them play yesterday. They're definitely one of the favorites of the tournament. A really good team from Bangladesh as well. This could be a run out.
Oh, that's going to be out.
Keeper took a step back there, and unfortunately that cost them a bit of time.
good running between the wickets, and now we come into the final over of the innings beyond. And Huck has just faced 2 deliveries. His first one for 6. Then he ran hard for his second one to run 2. So he's striking it at 400% here. And he's now on strike to a former international bowler for the Proteas.
Was a slower ball. This could hang up in the wind. This could be out. Steady as a rock.
And Freyland going for the double play. Good awareness there from the former Protea player looking for the double play.
And I think he saw that he was looking to take him on. And just held back his pace there and said, come on, hit me. And he took the bait and unfortunately didn't hit it quite as cleanly as the first one.
You
Good
see,
catch in the deep.
See, he didn't want to throw the ball in. Then you see Freyland shouting and he gets the ball in. So last man stands cricket. The non-striker can be run out. The ball's not dead until you at the non-striker's end. And Freyland making the batsman get back to his crease there.
It's very good awareness and it's steady head on his shoulders there. Could come into play later in the tournament. So 4 balls to go. The score is 134 for 5. And Heritage cricketers will be looking for boundaries here. 2 new men at the crease. Malzan's just come in. He's on strike. It's a left-hander.
So Rob Freyland, he's picked up 3 wickets already. And you can see him just in his field, asking his third man just to get a bit finer. So I think he's going to be looking to be bowled backward of a length just outside off stump here.
That's a quick delivery.
And he's rushed it right into the pads. So the complete opposite of what I said. He's a skillful bowler there beyond just. He saw the batsman actually giving himself room there and he just fired that into the pads.
He's tucked him up.
So there's 3 games going on at the moment. And this is going to be
4 runs. He's got an edge there.
A cheeky outside edge there from Aziz.
Much needed boundary. Score now 139 for 5. 2 balls to come.
Watch the replay. He's trying to hit that over square leg. He gets the top edge and it runs away down to third man. And
Heritage cricketers won't mind how they come as long as they come.
really hard to know until both sides are batted, but I think this is a very competitive score beyond. Freyland goes into the block hole. Penal base comes around.
Should be 2. Easy 2 in the end. So
it's a huge moment in the match beyond. Can you talk us through the home run and the significance and how it works for our viewers that haven't seen last man stands cricket? Why is this next delivery such an important part of this match?
So Wado, if the batsman on strike hits it for a 6, it's called a home run and we double it to 12. So a lot of pressure on the bowler. He's going to get his field setting right. The wind is blowing from the bowler's end to the keeper, so he's heading into the wind. So you won't want to drop it short. I think this is going to be full.
Yes, and well called. Good commentary, good bowling, good running between the wickets.
It's easy 2 here. Should have been.
And that's going to be out. And the umpire gives him. So good cricket all round.
Much better technique from the wicketkeeper on that occasion. He took it in front of the stumps, and that was very quick hands. So well done for the wicketkeeper there.
Beyond this, is going to make for a great run chase. 140, I think, is bang on par.
I think 135, 145 is where Heritage were looking for, and they would be very happy with this when they were early doors. They were 3 wickets down. That's a great comeback by them, and the middlemen did such a good job with an 80-run partnership there. Kept them in the game, and they were just patient, waiting for the bad balls, which came in the end there. And Shaquille Hader, 51 from 45. What a knock from him. The score is 142 for 6. And all to do for Shofire Lions. Now it'll be interesting to see how they approach this, if they're going to come out guns blazing or they're just going to be a patient innings and wait for the last 5 like heritage cricketers.
I think it's going to be a bit of both, beyond from what I've seen in their previous games. They've got Pina Byes, who comes in and goes hard, big man, and then they've got Sheldon Mungu, who just rotates the ball. So I think it's the perfect opening partnership when you're chasing 140. Big boundaries. I definitely think that one of them will be looking to get the momentum up in those first 5-6 overs.
And do you think from the bowling side, which side do you think they'll open from, Wayno? You bowl 10 overs from one end, you bowl into the wind or with the wind?
I'll get back to you on that in a second, Bjorn, as we look at the scorecard here. So Shaquille Hyder, hats off to him, held that innings together. Strike rate probably on the low side, but overall, that's exactly what the team needed. Ali, 18 of 9. Ratan Das got the innings going with 30 from 23. Akash, 17 of 20. And little cameos from all the batsmen down the back end there, but
all contributing.
And I know a lot of people looking at 40, 51, 45 is probably not the strike rate you need, but beyond on this ground and this big outfield, that's a good knock. And if we look at the bowling figures, the pick of the bowlers for me was arguably Pienaar Base, 4 overs for 15. Freilink did the damage in terms of the wickets column, but for me, Pienaar Base's 4 for 15 was the spell that really put the Heritage's Cricket Club under pressure, and probably was the difference between them getting 160, 170.
You take away Pienaar Base's spell there. If he's going at 7 and over, Heritage cricketers make 155, 160.
Okay, so we're going to cross over to our roaming commentator, Mark Nicholas Ross Cawood, down there.
Sure. Joining me, I have Shaquille Hyder. He's just played a crucial knock. He's just got 51 or 45 balls. How did
It's very good. We are looking for a good total in this wicket. It's a good wicket, sporting wicket, and we want to target 160, but it's okay because one side it's a very much turning and bounce, and I think it's good.
I saw you timed your innings to perfection, some big shots. Was there a certain game plan?
Yeah, we really game plan that we are started like planning. We want to make 70 plus, and that was we achieved. And last 10 we go for big, and it's good.
Are you going to start from the windy side? Are you going to be the other side?
It's a captain's plan. We against the windy started.
Anyway, good luck and go well.
Thank you.
Next I have with me Sheldon Mungu, one of the fastest bowlers here at the tournament, terrorizing the batsmen. You having a good time?
Yes, I am. Enjoying the atmosphere here at the ground.
On the unofficial speed gun, it was clocking 140 today.
Not today. I was running against the wind. I tried more skill today. I wasn't going for pace because I think they liked it coming on, so I went a bit more skill, where I bowled a lot of cutters, and maybe one bad ball and over, which shouldn't have happened. But bowling against the wind was a bit tough.
You were saying to me on the boundary that anything under 150 the guys were comfortable with chasing?
Yes. I back my batting lineup. I think with that batting team and batting lineup, I found it well. We got a 180 at one stage, and we brought them back with the spinners. So, well done to the bowlers especially. We just have to come and do our best with the bat now.
Well, I'll let you go get your pads on, and good luck with the run chase.
Thank you.
Next I have with me is Doshan, the Peter Marisburg franchise owner. Doshan, and also team manager here. What's your thoughts on this run chase?
So I told my team at the beginning we'll take anything between 7 and 8 and over on this trip. So I think the team finished on 142, which is just over 7. So I'd favor us to get it. But it is tough out there, so they apply themselves properly. It's a score we can get.
So this is your first World Champs in Cape Town. The guys having a good time?
We're having a blast on and off the field. I always tell my team, it's easier to win when you're having fun. So we're having fun, and we're winning. So let's keep going.
Well, I'll let you go do your team talk and get the guys all best.
Let's go.
Next up with me from Share Trip is Forward. Played a cracking game yesterday. Today's game against the Rebels.
Yes, looking forward. It's a big match for us. Round of 16 game against the world number 2 side Rebels. So we're up for it. We're ready. We have a good start to the tournament as well. So looking very forward to that so that we can win that game and go to the qualifying of the quarters.
Have you done your homework on the Rebels team and their game plans?
Yeah, we have seen their games. But we have our plans as well on track. So let's see. The conditions we are playing a new ground today as well. The conditions here have been amazing so far. So we'll like to use our strength and play with our strength as well.
Cool. Well, all the best and good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Cool. Thank you.
Next up with me, Dan Stone from the Misagabi, the manager, the world number 1 team that are the most talked about team.
Hey Ross, how are you?
So, what's the game plan today?
We early this morning just checking out a few of the teams we're going to be playing later in the tournament. Game plan is the day before. Restrict the guys, play with some intensity, and hopefully bring it home for SA.
Are there any changes for today's team lineup?
We have 1 or 2 guys struggling with illness, so Jandre will be coming in, and Peter Boyson will also be coming in today for Matthew Penny.
You guys enjoying the tournament?
Loving it. Cape Town, Table Mountain, can't beat the settings. It's probably the best place to play cricket in the whole world.
So you guys obviously carry the tag of the number 1 team in the world. Any pressure with that tag?
Not really. We've been doing it for the last couple of years, and we actually thrive on it. So rankings mean nothing in this format. So it's the best team on the day. So you've got to go all guns blazing.
Well, you're representing the great city of Johannesburg, so good luck.
Thank you. Cheers. Keep on.
Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you for the insight there from Ross Cawood.
Okay.
And all set to go for the second innings. Heritage cricketers with a very strong bowling lineup. They out there first up. And as we discussed, the opening pair for Shofire, it's the big hit in buys. And joining him is the elegant stroke maker in the form of Mangru. And together they're going to look to try and chase this score down of 7 and over. It's going to be interesting run chase in the commentary box. I'm joined by Bjorn Briggs. And Bjorn, what's your assessment of this match situation so far?
I'm looking forward to it, Wayne. I can't wait to see what unfolds here. I think we've got a game on our hands. Shofire Lions will be confident they can chase this down. But as you mentioned, Heritage Cricket is one of the best bowling attacks in the tournament. So it's all to do for both teams. It's anyone's match, and it's very evenly poised. Not often you see an opening bowler opening the batting as well. So it'd be good to see Mangru take on the new ball. And best of luck to both teams here. I'm going to sit back and really enjoy the second innings. One of the first of our knockout games at the Wally Wilson at Western Province Cricket Club. The conditions are superb. We've got sunshine, we've got blue skies, a little bit of wind, but that's expected down in Cape Town, so we're in for a cracker here.
So assist to come in. Good start. Good energetic start here from the Heritage in the field. Both fielders coming around. Third man swoops in. And that brings Pienaar Base, the big hit in Pienaar Base, to the crease. Don't go anywhere, folks. Pienaar Base has hit a few big ones in this tournament already. But he's up against a very strong bowling lineup, so he's not going to have it all his way here. This new ball's doing a bit. And this is going to be a very, very exciting battle here.
It's wide. It's looked pretty sharpish there from Mohammed Aziz. Just losing his line there a bit.
Yeah, lots of pace and bounce there.
Bowling into the wind.
I'm excited here, Bjorn. This is going to be a very, very interesting 20 overs. So hard to know who's on top here.
think we're going to learn a lot from these first 5 overs, how the Shofire Lions are going to approach this. If they can see out these first 5 without losing a wicket and not too many dot balls, I wouldn't worry about the boundaries too early on, because we know the boundaries come once you've got your eye in with this new deck. The ball comes onto the bat really nicely. Looking for 2 here. It's in the gap. Great fielding again by Heritage. Really good energy.
And Björn, we said earlier on in the commentary box how important it is to have your best fielders in the best or in the most important places. And I think at this stage, your deep backward point is probably going to come into the game the most. And they've got their best fielder out there. And so far, it's already paid dividends for them.
He's bringing back. That's a catch. He says he didn't hit it.
Oh, he's given
him. He's given him.
Pin-up base, wasn't sure if it carried.
I think it carried.
The soft signal from the square leg umpire is that's carried.
Well, I had a good look at that, Wayno, and his gloves were definitely under the ball there from what I saw.
I think that's comfortable. We're good to get a square option. He's got a thick bottom edge. Yeah. Can't see properly from that angle, but I think that if we can get a side-on angle, I think that'll tell the full story. But from where we were sitting, beyond that did look like it carried. And this keeper...
That's a great catch. Very good catch by the wicket keeper. And what a start for Heritage cricketers. That's a big wicket. The big hitting Pino base is back in the hats. He made 2 from 2. And the bowlers know that the batsmen are hitting with the wind and have pulled their length bat, and he's gone on a big swipe there and got the outside edge. He'll be disappointed.
And that's a big moment in this game, Bjorn. It's a huge moment because the tactics of the Shofire Lions is to bat around Pino base. So for Pino base to go hard and to bat around Mangru.
I'll have to readjust that now. Making the batsman try and hit square.
So this is a round of 16 match from the Western Province Cricket Club in Cape Town. It's been a great start. I've really enjoyed this matchup. I'm going to do one more over on the comms, and then we're going to be handing over to Simon Melbers, Managing Director of Last Man Stands, and he's going to take us through to the end of the innings and also give us some updates from some other grounds and some of the action on LMS TV 2 and LMS TV 3.
A small break here in the field. So
What?
It's a wide ball. So it's hack into the attack here. Sheldon Mangru is on strike. It's joined at the crease by Warren Naidu. Shofire Lions require 138 off 94 balls. It's a good delivery. Another dot ball. We we did say that this heritage cricketers have an outstanding bowling attack. We're seeing it in action here early doors. The early breakthrough, just the 5 runs coming so far.
I think this is going to be a tough run chase. It's not going to be easy. They do have the Robbie Farling, who's played for the Proteas, who's a handy batsman in his own right, but he doesn't want to be coming in too early here. He's a finisher.
It's another dot ball.
So both these bowlers just getting the ball to swing away from the right-handed batsman. They're getting a little bit of bounce in this track as well, Bjorn.
It's definitely coming through very nicely to the keeper there. It's a great deck. It's a good contest bat.
Oh, that would have been a shot.
Could be a run out. It's just bounced past the off stump there.
He could claim that he was going for the double play there.
Got to catch it for the double play winner.
Yeah, I think it would have been...
That hurts him. He hit that out the screws. That was a quick delivery. And I think if he had caught it, it would have been all right. It wouldn't have hurt so much. He's all right. He's back on his feet here.
So, Bjorn, I'm going to take this opportunity to slip away. I don't want it because this game is going to go down to the wire, I think. But it's been good joining you in the commentary box. I'm going to be following this action live from my mobile phone while I go and have a look at the action on LMS TV 2.
Thanks for joining us, Wayno. Welcome to the commentary box, Simon Melbers. We've got a game on our hands here. It was very cleanly struck there by Sheldon Mungrew. And one ball to come.
Thanks, Bjorn. Great to be here. Another fantastic day's cricket in store. Already seen some great action so far. So, looks like Torfikal Hark's good to go again. Ooh, that one's clubbed out. Just going to go one hop.
Lucky he didn't time that because it would have gone straight down the throat of the fielder there. The score is 6 for 1 after 2 overs.
So, Bjorn, I've just done a lap around Western Province and checked in on the other grounds, and some tense games in store everywhere, it seems. And Glorious Legends were in a little bit of a wobble. They're about 70 for 3, chasing 135 there. So in the balance against Shrine Old Boys. And then over on YMCA, Czech Republic were putting up a great effort there against Nengi Lees. They're 112 for naught after 10, chasing 190. So it's high scoring. Ricky's very excited over there.
No doubt. Oof, another big swing and another big miss.
I think Shofire Lions that seem to be trying to hit the ball too hard a little at the moment, Bjorn.
That was what was very impressive with the Heritage Cricketers middle order. They realized they were in trouble and they were very patient, dealing in 1s and 2s. And that last, from about the 16th over, they started to open up, and one stage the projected score was only 120, and they managed to get the target of 142, which is thanks to that middle order partnership.
Yeah, very impressive. Saeed Ali batted very well.
And Haydar, very patient innings, made the 50. Few first ball sixes for the guys as well. Coming in, showing no fear.
It's a great delivery there from Tarak.
Just too quick for him, just too quick.
Nadu seemed to premeditate clearing the left leg, looking to swing towards the leg side, and Tarak's banged it in outside off stump, and Nadu was nowhere near it there.
He's trying to put it down to third man instead of hitting the ball and guiding it. I think it's a difficult technique to do. Get some bat on that one, much needed bat.
So Heritage have bowled some great lengths here. It's always one advantage to batting first. You possibly have the tougher conditions, but you can see what lengths work better. So they've put it into the wicket. Torfikal especially, I've been impressed, just rolling his fingers on a few and shaping the others away. So it's difficult to premeditate anything here as a batsman. Just got to play the ball on its merits.
One of the nice things about this track is that if it is up to you, you can confidently hit through the line, which we saw in the first innings. Some big sixes. You do have to be aware of the conditions. This first 10, you're hitting with the wind. So it is easier if you're seeing it clearly, and you're middling it. But second 10, into the wind, you've really got to hit the screws out of it. We saw the one just make it over the boundary, and the other one fall short and being caught. So at some stage in this first 10 overs, Shofire Lions do need to get a few boundaries going. This is the easier end to bat on. Doesn't look it at the moment, though.
That wind seems to be picking up quite a bit there, Bjorn.
So
that one's in the gap, spinning away from the fielder. Oh, great stop there. He's knocked it on, but well done. His mate came round and helped out there, Shaquille. And just the two.
Great fielding by Heritage cricketers. Good energy out there. Diving to stop the boundary. Rattan Das also batted superbly there. Very impressed with him. The crease.
Look at that great effort and just a little knock on there, but thankfully Shaquille was on hand. It's down the leg though. It's a rare loose delivery from Heritage.
Been a bit loose. If I've got to fault them for one thing, there's been too many wides at the moment from Heritage cricketers, but they're not too concerned about it. The score is only 12 for 1 after 3.1 overs. Could be costly later on, though.
They're coming back for 2. Could be tight. Good throw. Oh, no, just home. Great running there by Sheldon Mungrew. It was good fielding, but
very
just
good cricket and great throw. And he slid his bat in here to get safe. That's anyone watching, that's how you slide your bat in.
In he comes.
What a clean pickup, one-handed.
Pick and low, hard throw. Ooh, direct hit in trouble, but tough from 45 yards.
Gone. Great camera work there as well by our camera team.
They've done a stellar job all week. The whole production team has. This will.
Oh, there's a run. A little bit of indecision there by the batsman and the keeper.
It's a fantastic standard, this, Bjorn. You wouldn't expect that the Peter Maritzburg team would, the players that likes of Robbie Freilich and a few others guys would be, look at that.
What a delivery, what a catch by the wicket-keeper.
Oh, my word.
That's one from the top 10 best moments. Diving catch to his right. That's the big wicket of Sheldon Mungrew. He made 11 from 15 deliveries. Not kicking on there, and he's just got an absolute screamer.
Look at this. SK Akash, this has gone a long way. That's a first slip, and he's across. Great technique. Fantastic delivery, fantastic catch. There's a great cricket here from the Heritage cricketers from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Look at the shape of that ball, off the edge, and Akash goes flying to his right. Gives it the big one as well. We had an Afridi from the keeper to this end and an Afridi to the other end from Torfikul. So Mazen Boyan strolls into bat now. 1 ball left in this 4th over. So Heritage were using the power play earlier in the innings, but the conventional 3-3 at the moment.
It's Fahim Suleiman at the crease there.
Apologies there. Umpire just swapping the batsman over.
Hack charging in.
So Fahim, he's one of the senior players in the team. He's the one I've mainly been speaking to pre-tournament about the logistics. Ooh,
another
good
delivery.
Tell you what, he's shaping these orange LMS balls here with the wind as well.
So score is 15 for 2 after 4. And a nervous start here by the Shofire Lions. They're in a bit of trouble early doors, just like Heritage cricketers were, but less boundaries coming for them. Good shot there from Fahim. He bats on ball. Important not to eat up dot balls. Rotating the strike.
Ooh, that's loose.
That's big wides. Much needed boundary for Shofire Lions. Congratulations to Inglorious Legends who have won their match and qualified for the quarterfinals. Big moments in the tournament.
So it's a bit of a boil over. It's not a boil over because Inglorious Legends are a good side, but I was very impressed with Shwane Old Boys in the first day beyond. So great performance there by Inglorious. Had a bit of a wobble. We've got two big appeal for
delivery. They've gone up.
Not out though. I'd like to see a replay, but the umpire very confident there. The keeper wasn't a great appeal. I think that's a bit of pad, a bit of leg or trouser there. Just nipped back in through the gate. So this is Saeed Ali. He batted fantastically. And they're looking for two, but good fielding. Tell you what, that's one thing that's across some of these top LMS teams here. The fielding, the running between the wickets, that's been the real difference. It's not all about 4s and 6s. You've really got to manage your innings, work the gaps, run hard, and in the field, knowing the angles and cutting it down.
Oh, it's a good ball. Well played. You take that out well there. Could have been yorked.
So just Shofire line just stalled a little bit here, 21 for 2. That's not out of control in terms of run rate, but
he bowled him! What a peach of a delivery. He's looked back at the umpire to appeal for LBW. Hasn't realized he's bowled the guy. Warren Naidu departs from six balls.
Tell you what, look at this. Look at this nip back here, Bjorn. Just the top of off. If there's any delivery, that's always quality in cricket. Just hitting the top of off.
Did he get an inside edge here?
Nope, just back in through the
What
gates,
a delivery.
That is a peach and a great camera angle.
You can't fault Warren Naidu for missing that. He's got forward. It's just an absolute screamer of a delivery. Well bowled. Saeed Ali, he's got some gas, some talent, this kid.
Oh, hands a bit away from the body, but
possibly could have got across more and a bit tight, a bit more compact, but Saeed Ali, really exciting prospect. I loved watching him bat. I was sad to see him go LBW, but he's hasn't stopped entertaining with the ball in his hand.
He's got the little, what do you call that, Bjorn? That used to be your haircut a few years back, the little ponytail on top.
He's about 30 years ago, maybe. Wish I had hair at the top of my head. He's got some game, this kid. Some pizzazz. He's got the celebrity factor, the X factor. The crowd's pulling him to watch him play. Got some supporters on the banks, and they're going to be getting his autograph later on. They've got the little bats on out. He really is a superstar.
Look, we're expecting a big crowd in today. It's free entry here at Western Province.
Oh, it's another screamer they've gone up for. A catch. He says, no.
free entry here today, but we're expecting a few thousand to roll in the gates.
Thought it was.
Oh no, that's.
I had to pay 100 rand to get in here, Simon.
You've been swindled.
To ask for my money back.
No, but thanks for that. I've got myself a couple of coffees in there.
So another great decision there by Tulani Zulu, one of our long-standing umpires. He's done over 2,000 matches of last man stands. So incredible experience. I think this is his third World Cup, World Champs. Massive appeal there, and he's having a chat with the bowler and just explaining his decision there. It's good to see.
Oh, it's close, I tell you what, but I think just out, impact outside the line. He is shaping it back a long way.
What he's saying is there that he's picked it up on the stump mic that he got half a stride and then the ball was rising. It is a new deck, and he thought it was probably going over.
This is great bowling. Heritage, I think they sensing the kill here, Bjorn. They've kept Taufik on for an extra over. He normally only bowls a 2 up front, but got him back for the 3rd while this ball is swinging around.
That's a good move by the captain. I think 1 or 2 more wickets here and Shofire Lions in real trouble.
So this is the matchup now, Bjorn. There's a lot of weight of expectation and runs on Robbie Freilink here.
Is it too much expectation?
Oh, and a nice start. He'll play within himself, I think, and just wait. He's got so much time.
Just a calm head, isn't it? Just
yeah.
Not flustered by the moment. Just calmly goes forward, opens the face, easy one down to 3rd man, releases the pressure a bit.
There's so much time for him here at the crease. 14 overs left. So 70 balls. So they've got 71 balls here to chase this down. Oh, another big appeal, but he's a long way down there, batting outside of his crease.
Heritage cricketers are having a whale of a time. They're loving it out here at Western Province Cricket Club in Cape Town. Enjoying the wind, enjoying the deck, enjoying the moment.
How's the appeal from the keeper there, down on one knee? I don't know if he's stretching a hip flexor or...
Stretching and getting an appeal in at the same time.
But Taufik's got that ball on a string at the moment. We saw the Rebels guys singing a Go Bananas song, but Taufik's got the ball swinging like a banana there.
I think this is Ali back into the attack. Might change up. No.
They might
going to rest him.
So maybe they're going to try get Freilink to make a mistake here. They're bringing the left arm spinner in. See if he wants to take him on down the ground.
I think he's going to push this through, I think. Nothing too full. If he bowls it full, I think Freilink might just have a crack and take him on and hit him with the wind. But they're 25 for 3, so lots of pressure if he goes out. Have a look at the stats.
It's a good profile picture there as well, Bjorn.
Handsome man.
The hand in pocket. Little.
Does part-time modelling in Dakar. One of the clothing factories there. Some wonderful clothing that you can purchase from Bangladesh.
Nice start there, and well played by Freilink. He'll look to just manoeuvre the ball here, I think. If he does get any flights, he'll probably take it on, but...
And that's exactly how he batted against the Rebels when they had the big upset win. Just nurdled it around, worked the field, and I think that'll be fine to get Shofire Lions into the 15th over, but eventually we do need to see some boundaries from Shofire Lions. They're chasing a big target here. He's got the outside edge. That's going to go
won't quite
close to the boundary. They should be running 3 here, but they settle for 2.
Tell you what, that's a good delivery there. That was a genuine nick, Bjorn. He wasn't looking to hit the ball anywhere near that direction. So it's this is actually, normally you wouldn't say the left arm spinner to the left hand is a big matchup, but with this wind, if he takes him on, it's a long hit out to this side. Could be problems.
The wind's just picking up more and more. Speaking of the wind, that's a good shot there just for 1.
They brought that man up just to not short third man, but he's a few in there, so no twos. So I think that's good. It's almost a bit of cat and mouse there. Shofire Lions actually want to hit the ball there, and Heritage are happy to let them do it. This one's tossed up a bit more.
Oh! He's given him.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Stumped. It did look short there. I'd love to see the replay, but that's a big moment in the game, and they are pumped.
I thought he might have made it back as the keeper fumbled slightly, but recovered quickly and knocked the bails off. Let's have a replay here.
No, he was out. Bat on the line there.
It's an
He was
incredible call by Kwazi Nkubi. A good call by him.
Just rolled his wrist there. Didn't quite get back in time. I'm sure we'll see a freeze frame at some point from someone, but did look short there. So unlucky Robbie Freilich and Heritage are flying here.
29 for 4 in the 7th over. Shofire Lions in all sorts of trouble. The bowlers from Heritage Cricketers causing problems. So, new batsman in is Session Dorasamy.
Jeez, news coming in here from the YMCA. Big Ricky on LMS TV3 is just sent through. Tech Republic into the next round. They've chased down a big total, 190 over there. It's a slightly smaller field, but anywhere near 200 is still a big chase, and they chase it down in the 17th over. So Tech Republic have sent the Kiwi team on a long trip back home now.
That's setting down a marker as well, that they can bat. Chasing down a score like that in the 17th over is fantastic stuff by the boys. So well done to them, and another team into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, that's the playoffs. They're into the quarterfinal. They'll play Lila last game of the day on
Job not
Gary
done today.
Kirsten.
Second last game of the day, I think.
Last game on Gary Kirsten Oval.
So big moment here in our own field at the Wally Wilson. He's taken off the bails again, and half an appeal there. The batsman lunges forward and just keeps his foot in the crease though. Tidy wicket keeping by Heritage Cricketers.
It's a Kash is the wicket keeper.
Akash?
Yeah.
Well, he's impressed me behind the stumps there. He's done a great job for his team.
Opens a bat, I think, in a bit of a twist there. He actually used to work for Share Trip, or does work for Share Trip. He works in a bank now. He used to work for Share Trip, so I don't know if he's no longer working at Share Trip because he's playing for Heritage, but I'm sure we can get some more info there. But so he's a good keeper, though. He's been to many of our tournaments. This Heritage Cricketers team have played at a lot of last man stands tournaments. They've been to Thailand, and they've been to lots of them. I'm trying to think of them all now. Dubai as well, I think. World champs in Sydney. Also involved in the Sydney Super Series and the Dakar Super Series.
Well, Shofire Lions digging themselves into a hole here. Can someone dig them out? Because they are coming apart at the seams. Their inexperience is showing. Chasing down a big target here. They're falling short and look like more of a bowling team at this stage. They need a few more games under their belt. Heritage Cricketers showing their class, and be tough for them to see them lose from here. But it is cricket, anything can happen. But just causing problems. Every bowler comes on and asking questions of the batsman, and at the moment, Shofire Lions have no answer. Still doable. 113 required off 63 balls, Simon, but 4 wickets down. If you're a betting man.
They're in the hot seat. They're definitely in the hot seat, the Heritage Cricketers. But I like the like the approach here from Heritage. They've got Ratan Das on. He's their fifth bowler, but it's a nice tactics here. Got him round the wicket, pushing the ball across the right-handers. It's always a bit of a risk to try and take the angle on and go to slog sweep with a bit of extra bounce. You can get the top edge and go down here to third man or just straight up. So he's coming quite well in the crease there. Just something different for these new batsmen to look at. They've already got enough pressure at 31 for 4.
Fahim Suleiman still there. He's on 8 off 11.
So they're not completely out of this. Beyond
they're not out of it, Simon. They're not out of it.
112
off 60 balls. It's just the wickets. They need a partnership, just like Heritage had. Heritage were 3 down, and so it's all very possible. But from what I've seen of the Heritage bowlers, there's no inch given here. There's no bad bowlers in this attack. So I don't know who they're going to target to get these next 112 runs off.
Yeah, look, I've been impressed. They always bring a solid side, but I thought they were missing a couple of guys. They've got the likes of Deepak Khatri, Jachinder Singh, who normally play for this side as well. They weren't able to make it, and they're 2 of their better players, but the other guys that they've part of the larger squad have been superb.
The wind's now heading, pushing 10, 11 knots. Its wind's picked up. I think they've got to take a little bit of a chance in these next 2 overs, hitting with the wind, and get some straight drives going. Release the pressure a bit.
Just not really given them the length to do that, though. They've just bowled a great length. Top of off, and again, look.
That's been the difference. How do you hit that over the top?
It's tough as well as a bowler to bowl that control. This wind's flush in their face here. Imagine to stay nice and tall at the crease, hit a hard length, getting it through at hip height. And Saeed Ali here. And again, good length.
Everything back of a length. Very good bowling. It's been the difference, and I think that's where you got to bowl at this end. If anyone's playing here later today, that's how you do it.
Well, then from the other side, be interesting to see how they adjust their length from the other side. And 8 balls time, they'll have to go a bit fuller and more wicket to wicket, I think.
You can bring the spinner on and invite the lofted drive, because that's always going to be a risky shot heading into the wind. If they go aerial. That's good cricket there. Good running. Oh, it could be close. Didn't expect it to come to the keeper's end there, and he was a little bit slower than he should have been, but safely home in the end.
Looks like he's just tweaked the groin there, just stretching a bit. Seeing the back of shot there. So 1 ball to come here. So Sachin Dorasamy just might have tweaked the groin here. That's not what they need at this stage.
That was because he got such a fright and he was coasting, and he had to lunge at the end there to get home.
So 36 for 4. We have seen it 100 hits in the last 10. In previous matches, that was hitting with the wind, though. So a lot of work to be done here for the Shofire Lions from Peter Maritzburg. And again, it's a great beyond that length have been superb.
Dot balls mean prizes. 36 for 4 after 9. 1 over to go in this 10. the side of the bowling into the wind.
Very, very disciplined bowling performance. So we just look at the scorecard here. You had Sheldon Mungrew and Pinar Boyce opened up. Pinar Boyce went early, caught behind by Akash, bowled by Aziz. And Sheldon Mungrew, he's generally anchored the innings and kept it all together, but he also went with only 11 to his name. And that brought Warren Naidu to the crease.
Well, that scorecard tells a big story there, and the story is Fahim and Sachin have a big job to do on their hands here, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of responsibility resting on them because not much to write home about in that scorecard there. It's a bowler's delight.
And again, this is still smart bowling, even the spinner, just hitting that hard length, getting it through, not giving them anything to hit down the ground. Seems to be a little bit of turn there. So but that's to the lefty, now to the right-hander. He'll have to bowl, push it right across. Start right across, and there we go, 6 stump or so.
They are bowling such good length. They're not missing a beat here, Heritage cricketers. On point. It's good running. Taking every opportunity they can. The Shofire Lions.
Getting up towards 10 and over needed here, though, Bjorn.
The main thing is that they haven't lost a wicket in a while. It was they were tumbling a few overs ago, and they've steadied the ship slightly. I think you can get to 40 at the halfway mark, and then give it a bash. The next 10, without losing another wicket. So, what are we looking at? 104 after the next 50 balls. They're not home safe yet, Heritage cricketers, but they've had a fantastic 10 overs there as we have a small water break as the players change ends. Last man stands, we bowl 10 overs from one end and then 10 overs from the other end.
It's actually a great tactical rule that I really enjoy, especially at these big events. In the local leagues, it's actually more of a time-saving thing, but in these big events with the disciplined teams, the good captains, they really read conditions well, get the bowlers at the right end, pick their matchups. So
it adds another element to the strategy and how sharp your skipper is. So we had a look at the World Champs knockout brackets here. Simon Marbles will take us through it.
So we've obviously first 2 quarterfinals here. So Shwane Old Boys lost over there against Inglorious Legends. So we'll see Inglorious move into quarterfinal 2. And then with the qualifiers, Tech Republic chasing down 190 against Nangilis. And then the second game there's a all Lahore affair, Wolfpack up against Popats. So that'll be another great game. I'm sure they've probably played a lot in local Lahore cricket, but it's a bit of a different kettle of fish here on the big stage in different countries, so it'll be a very exciting game.
I'm sure it's going to be heated on the pitch, and they've great mates off the pitch. They've been supporting each other's all their matches together, so a lot of camaraderie between the two games, between the two teams, but I'm sure it's going to be a fierce competition on the field today. They wouldn't have expected that to play against each other, coming all the way here to South Africa, the sunny skies, and having to play each other in a qualifier against another Lahore team. But that's what the magic's all about in the Last Man Stands World Champs. 36 teams taking part from around the world, 36 of the best. And that's how it's just happened to unfold. The winner gets to take on the number 1 team in the world, Masagami, who have looked impressive and deserving of that number 1 status. Although, I have to say, it's the first time I've got to see a full match of Heritage cricketers. And if anyone's going to do it, I think they're putting up their hands this morning to say, we've got a chance as well, guys. Don't forget about us.
Oh, it's another great delivery there from Mars and Boyan.
Obviously got to win this game first, though, Bjorn.
Look at that. Just great length there. Sashen Dorasami. He's normally looking to be aggressive. He's not sure whether to go forward or back or what to do here. And again, great length. You just see it out the hand. It just looks like it's going to be a good delivery.
He's got the ball on a string here, folks. And if you have a look at the field setting, we've got a very straight, long on and a pretty square mid-wicket.
The long off,
straight long
wide.
off. And a sweeper in the cover regions. He's in a short backward point. I wouldn't call him a third man. And there's no fine leg and there's a deep square leg. So a little bit of a gap behind the wicket here. If the batsman can reverse sweep or switch hit. Very difficult to do so with this quality line and length from the bowlers.
It's actually one of the only scoring shots they're kind of giving them here, Bjorn, is the reverse sweep out through point or through third man, or if they really want to risk it, they can get right across their stumps and try and paddle the ball behind square on that side. But with this wind, it's difficult to take many boundaries on into the breeze to this long side. And it's actually worked perfectly here because now they've got the right arm off spinner is going to be bowling to the left-hander. So another great matchup. The Shofire Lions guys really need to see if they can get swapped over here and look for the singles and try and get the right matchup. Off spinner and the right-hander and the left arm spinner and the left-hander.
So Shofire Lions require 113 or 45 balls. 103 or 45 balls, and that's 11.4 and over. So that's got to be their target. They've got to break it down and just try and get 10 and over for the next 3 overs and see where they are after that. Put it down into batches of 3. So 70 after 14 is what they need to be on. See if they can do that.
They need to take some risks. Either go very, very deep in the crease and try and slap over cover.
And not every ball, but if the ball's there, if it's tossed up, or they've got to use their feet and come meet the ball, but at least 2 boundaries and over they need from here on in.
So it's probably the next 2 overs they're really telling here. It's a bit of double jeopardy. See, that's at least he's looking, use the crease deep there. He's looking to guide that down, find the man at third man. Just didn't execute, but I like the tactic there. It's with the spin.
That's got to go.
Oh, there we go. So that's the bit of length he's looking for.
That's gone miles.
Jeez, that's onto the
into Rondebosch High School. New balls, please.
Clean as a whistle, that one. You just see it pinged off that bin over there and away into the Rondebosch lower. They call it the low fields over there.
News to me, but they are lower than the Wally Wilson, so it makes perfect sense.
They higher than the fields behind them, so.
Perspective is everything, Simon.
Indeed.
And could this change things around for Heritage? They've got a new ball in here. He's going to do different things. Ooh. He's got it on a string. Doesn't matter what he's bowling with.
Got him on the glove there. So the
much needed boundary there. That's a positive for Shofire Lions. And that'll give them a bit of confidence going into these next 8 overs that they can hit the boundaries, because boundaries are required from here on in. It's still under 12 and over. As soon as it gets above 12 and over, they're in real trouble.
The wickets in hand, that's the real key, Bjorn. They've only got the 4 left, so they've got to somehow try and go at 12.
Who's coming in? Who are the batsmen coming in as well? That's also key.
Great question. We'll have a look now.
Can they do a job? They will be required, no doubt, to do something if they're going to win this game. Fahim Suleiman's just steadily gone about his business. I've liked that about him. He's on 19 of 21 now. Sachin Dorasami's on 7 from 15, so too many dot balls there.
So Devanand Ramcharan and Fayez Patel are still in the hut.
Sachin's just calling for a helmet here.
This is Aziz back. He bowled impressively to start with.
His mate Warren Naidu's just brought him the goods. Rather be safe than sorry.
Good work there by Tulane, the umpire as well. He's trying to be as efficient as possible. He said, don't you run on all the time, mate. I'll hold the water, I'll hold the helmet. So great work by our umpires. They've all been fantastic. As have the teams been, to be fair. Everyone's had a great time. And that's one of the keys that I love so much about my job in these tournaments, Bjorn, is just seeing guys from all different countries and cultures all come together for
the camaraderie
love
of the
cricket.
different teams playing together, the special moments.
So we've got 2 balls on the pitch at the moment. Just one extra cover there. Hope get a message out to the umpires. If we can over.
Big moment, yeah. We spoke about the next batsman coming in and didn't think it was going to happen so soon, but that often happens when you change your gloves or change your helmets. Often the break and play, you lose concentration, and it's happened again.
Again, just superb bowling there. They've gone a little bit fuller and look, just a bit of shape. Should have been pushing forward to that, but the Lions
just misread the length and gone back to a full one.
And just hitting the outside of off stump. The bail goes flying, and that's the end. That's the end of the innings for Shofire's number 5 batsman. So in a bit of trouble here, the Shofire Lions. You can see Dr. Doshan, that Mohawk, just slowly losing its height. They really were a solid side, I thought, in the group stages. They've got a great team, fantastic bowling attack. But the Heritage cricketers can never be underestimated. They rebuilt well in the middle of their innings and got a competitive total on the board. And then with the ball, they've just been incredibly disciplined. As Aziz into Devanand Ramcharan. Appeal for LBW first ball, but looked a little high and a little bit leg side. So unfortunate there for Ramcharan and unfortunate for Heritage cricketers, but Aziz in again here, 2 for 7 in his 3rd over, so phenomenal figures. Ramcharan just hasn't quite got his helmet strapped done up there, just lost it a little as he swung. You can just see the Pink Panthers starting to arrive for the next match. They're taking on the Dakar Warriors. This one's clapped out towards the fielder though. Fielder sadly under it. Oh, he spilt it. He's put it down. So will that be a big moment? He was so comfortable. I don't know if they just held up in the wind. He just left a little bit to do. Tried to take it quite low to the ground. And couldn't complete the catch. Very disappointed with himself there. That's Saeed Shahed over there. So left-hander on strike. Fahim Suleiman. So if they get any chance here, Fahim's got to be the man. He needs to score the bulk of the runs here. Left-hander hitting towards the short side as he just pushes that one out into the leg side though for another single. He moves on to 20 off 21. So if you're watching live on Facebook here, drop us a comment. Let us know where you're tuning in from. It's great to hear from everyone from around the LMS globe. And If you're not part of the LMS community currently, jump on our website, lastmanstands.com, and you can register. We've got venues and leagues running all over the globe, 13 different countries. So whether you're in South Africa or Bangladesh or Australia, New Zealand, wherever you're watching from, there's opportunity to be involved either as a player or franchise owner or league manager or umpire. So get involved. Join this great family. So Ratan Darcy off spinner now for his final over. Only 13 conceded so far. And a lot of work to be done here. Ooh, big sweep there. It's going to be difficult for him to get an LBW here.
Umpire says going down leg. Let's have a look at the replay.
Yeah, just look where the keeper's appealing from, Bjorn. It's normally a great giveaway. Big hit here. It's going to hold up into the window. Fielder settling and takes it.
We spoke about it earlier. Hitting into the wind is not easy here at Western Province Cricket Club, and he's fallen into the trap that Ratan Das has set, and I think he deserved that wicket.
He gave it the massive heave-ho, but that wind, as you can see, that ball's only travelled about 50 metres there and being caught well inside the rope.
The tactics here in the second 10, chasing a big target. You've just got it. You can't go straight. You've got to hit it square and behind the wicket.
Yeah, I think he got that on the outside half of the bar. I think he was looking to hit more towards the covers, but he just didn't quite get all of it and went up and caught it. It wasn't even long on. It was like a deep mid on there. So unfortunate. And for Haim Suleiman, he was trying to just rebuild too much constantly there. And they're 50 for 6 now, the Shofire Lions. So Shofire, the team sponsor, great mobile provider, but they're struggling for reception at the moment.
.93 from 33 balls, getting a bit of a big ask now. 6 wickets down. Might not even bet out their overs here. Fayez Patel's the new batsman in. Useful all-rounder.
I mean, there's no point just thinking it around and looking to bat out the overs here, Bjorn. They might as well knock out game, throw the kitchen sink at it.
It's true, but, I mean, there's still lots of time. You don't have to throw the kitchen sink on at first ball. He can go for 3 or 4 dot balls, but after that, that's it.
Yeah. Live and die by the sword here, I think. But
dot balls are gold dust for the bowling sides.
Oh!
And keeper's missed one there. That was a chance, half a chance.
That would have
been
the
first mistake he's made. Would have liked to have seen him whip the one bail off there. He's incredibly difficult one. It was very wide, as called by the umpire. Only teasing him.
Wonder if he's read the coming down the wicket there, because he fired that one down leg.
Good bowling if he did.
Jeez, he's tried to absolutely clap that through the offside.
The batsman's heard you in the commentary box there. He has thrown the kitchen sink in it. But he's missed it by a mile, unfortunately, and it's a dot ball, which I was worried about. Heritage Cricket is coasting now. 1 foot in the door of the quarterfinals, and deservedly so. They've read the conditions better than Shofire Lions, and more importantly, they've executed better.
So, I think this is Tawfiq. Tawfiq back into the attack now. Great guy. Bowled superbly in his first 3-over spell. Shaped the ball away from all the right-handers. And bowled a great length. He's back for the final over of his spell. I think they're looking to just drive the nail home here. One more wicket, it'll be last man stand. So, oh wow,
good huge swing and a miss from the batsman there. He's realised that if he's going to hit into the wind, he does have to hit the leather off the ball.
So fantastic match here so far. Of course, got the Dakar Warriors up against the Pink Panthers next on the Wally Wilson Oval.
Going to be an absolute cracker, and the Pink Panthers have pulled in the crowds. They're on the grass banks enjoying themselves in sunny Cape Town. He's got hold of that. It's hit the wind and just slowed down to a gentle trickle to the long on fielder.
Oof, another massive swing there by Fayez Patel. This is great work here from Heritage. They're just trying to close this game out now. They know one more wicket, it'll be last man stands, and that'd be the greatest win ever if they managed to do that, last man stand. So just hitting a nice hard length here, almost tempting him to try and pull the ball. And this one, I've had the bat pattern there. You don't often see that in last man stands. Ooh, that would have been a crazy run out there if I hit there. Everyone kind of just switched off there, including myself, to be honest. So you see, up off the glove. They were just jogging it through. They came back for 2. And if they hit here, it was Curtains Akash, took his time. Oh, that's close. The batsman wasn't even in shot. Someone's clapped down to the covers. Fielder will come round, though. They're going to come back for 2. Throw comes in, but just landing just on the edge of the square, so pulls up a little bit. The end of another over. Fantastic spell from Tawfiq Haque. He'll get a clap from inside the comms box here. 1 for 15 off his 4. He really set the tone early. Aziz and Haque in tandem, shaping the ball superbly. Then Saeed Ali came on and got a wicket in his first over. And Mazen Boyan, every Heritage bowler, we can go through them by name, but all 5 have been superb. Boyan, the left arm spinner now. 1 for 5 off 2. Tossed up and hit high. It's going to stop in the wind though. Ronnie going back. Oh no, he's misjudged that completely. He's misjudged that. Normally a great fielder. This is hit well, but it just held on the wind there. You just need to stay on the rope. He was in about 10, 15, going back, and just couldn't get a hand over it. Never looks good. It actually bounced twice before it went for 4. So there's the wind just picking up here. I can just see some of our banners getting blown in towards Rondebosch High School over there. So we'll have to send our grounds crew round. Another big swing though and a big appeal, but not out. Great work by Akash, but Tulani won't be fooled. You can see the side on here. Big swing, looking to go deep again. Just swings him. Thankfully, swung so hard he could swing himself back round to get his bat back in his crease. So the wind's actually too strong for our umpire now. He's swapped from the wide brim cap back to the normal cap. So we'll see if we can get some intel on the other games that are going on around the grounds. See who's playing and who's won the toss, who's batting first. We've got the Popats v Wolfpack on YMCA. So LMS TV 3 for that one. We've got the second round of 16 match on Gary Kirsten Oval about to get underway soon. That's between Share Trip and Rebels on the back. And Rebels are off to a flyer. They're almost on 80 after 5.4 overs. So they should be 80 after 6 overs there. So they'll be looking for a big total. They'll be looking for a very big total on the back there. And Popats are batting first on YMCA. They're 27 after 4.3. No wickets down. So all the games going well. It's just the game just slowed up a little here. Stump bails are broken and a little delay. This is bang! Wow, that is a huge hit into the wind. It's only pitched about 3 yards over the boundary, but hitting into a gale force breeze here. So maybe there is a bit of life left in this game. Need 75 of 20 on balls, but if they're going to hit him like that, look at that. He gave that everything. It goes all the way for 6. So another slight delay here. The batsman just fixing his thigh pad, I think. And he'll re-glove now. So Devanan Ramcharan doing his best to pull his side up. And he goes hard again. And this one, again, not out. Down the wickets. Thankfully, he's actually swinging himself so hard, he swings his bat back round to get back in the crease before the keeper's even got a chance. Look at this. He swings so hard, he actually swings the bat back round and he just puts it on the ground and he's home. He's actually swinging to the wrong side here. He's trying to hit towards long on. He might be better trying to hit like his previous 6 over long off. And again down. This one's clapped out. The fielders pulled the parachute. And takes on the one hop. Here's probably a chance to get there. So Heritage, they just don't want to take the foot off the gas here. They're well in control of this game, but anything can happen. If you have a chance, get in and get it done. So 4 overs left here, 73 required, so a mighty ask. But where there's life, there's hope. And Shofire Lions have still got the 2 remaining batsmen at the crease. But if you're watching on Facebook, drop us a line. It's great to hear from everyone. I'm going to jump in the live chat now and see who's going. So lots of support here for Heritage cricketers coming from all over the place. Sam Sharma tuning in from Australia. He's happy with the Heritage cricketers, of course. He was the water boy for Heritage cricketers when they played the Thailand Open. So not quite the same standard as this Heritage cricketers Bangladesh players, but he happy to carry the drinks. This is Saeed Ali. Back into the attack for his 3rd over. So he'll bowl 16. He'll bowl the 17th and 19th, I imagine, if it goes that deep. Oh, wow, he's thrown his bat. His bat's gone further than the ball. And it's gone away for 4 something. Off the bat as well. Look at that. Straight out of his hands and away it goes off screen. He had no idea where it went. The bat actually landed off the square. Must have been 25 meters there, so he might need to get a bit of super glue on those gloves. You see it again, big swing, and he gets the outside edge, and the bat went flying as well. Thankfully, nowhere near the square leg umpire or any of the fielders. So I hope the handle of that bat's okay. So we go again. He swings again, this time one-handed, so he just needs to be careful there. Don't want it flying off again. So Ramcharan, he's just gone to number 1 for bat speed in the tournament, just past Darius Duplessis from Rebels, who must be cracking the ball everywhere on Gary Kirsten there. This one's clipped down a fine leg for 4. So Shofire up to 78 now, as we've got Richo and Lil tuning in there. Of course, Richo plays a lot of LMS around Brisbane, I believe. Don't quote me on that. And Fahad Alam Qaeda, let's go Heritage cricketers. So 65 required off 16 balls here. So looking unlikely. That one swung again hard. And the end of the over. So 3 overs left here. Heritage cricketers, we've written their name into the quarterfinals in pencil. Our calligrapher just about to start with the pen, but just got to wait the 15 balls here. And it's going to be Mazen Boy on the left arm spinner. It's always a risk with the left arm spin or any spinner at the death, but I think they've probably got enough on the board here. So sorry, Richard and Lil, I've called him a Queenslander. He'll be very upset. He's actually from New South Wales. He's not a mighty Queenslander like myself. So Sam Sharma's just asking Simon Melbourne who hit the fastest 50 in Thailand. I'm actually pretty sure it was me, Sam. So sorry about that, pal. Maybe next year. You've seen the crowds flood in. Always plenty of people at Western Province. Ooh, and that was a tight stumping there. Would like to see a replay of that. Big swing. Oh, no, just back. Just back. Well done, Tulani. That's superb umpiring. I think Akash is asking for a little bit more flight there. He wants it a little bit fuller. So 79 for 6 now. Boyanin again. Tossed up again. A big hit. And that one's going to be gone. That's the 7th wicket down now. Devanan Ramcharan, you can't blame him. He's got to go for it. It's in the do or die here. A long way down the wicket. Great take by Akash. And look at that. Took the ball right by the stumps and bang, away you go. So Fires Patel, the last man here. So just see the Pink Panthers and the Dakar Warriors warming up over there. Might try to get a bit of team news from and preview the match. So Pink Panthers, they've got David Hurst, the captain, a very accomplished batsman. They've got a good left arm spinner in Jordan Collier. And some other good all-rounders there. Alex Money, fantastic cricketer. Everett Carstens. And Prith, we'll have to get some news to see. He was unwell yesterday, but hopefully he's going to line up for the Panthers today. And the Dakar Warriors, fantastic team. Shanian Taneem has put together a great outfit there. We'll get some info from behind me on who the top players to look out for. Again, another big swing. Fires Patel going hard at that one, and Akash just having a laugh and a joke with him there. Great spirit here. I think Shofire Lions have accepted that they've been second best here today. Tossed up again. And this one's just played. He's going to go. He forgot the last man. Forgot his last man standing there. He took off for a single, then remembered he had to get back for 2. And turned when he was halfway down. See, Andy Levitt now has just tuned in as well. I think he's looking to see if he can get the other games on the red button. Just ask if there's any button. But if you go on to LMS TV 2, Andy, you can see Rebels against Share Trip, or on LMS TV 3 with over Big Ricky. So if you're on, go to lastmanstands.com and you'll see on the homepage there should be links to LMS TV 1, LMS TV 2 and LMS TV 3. Or if you're on our YouTube channel, Last Man Stands Cricket T20 Live, you'll see the links to all the games that have been played this tournament and all the live games. As the wind's just wreaking a bit of havoc with the stumps here. It's just on a bit of an angle. And going to fix that up now. So we might need the heavy bales out there today. So we've got the qualifier between Wolfpack and Pop-Hats on the back. It's another great delivery there. So well bowled by Saeed Ali. So with the uneven amount of, not uneven, but we had 18 teams qualify for the Cup finals. We've got to get down to 16. So 4 of the teams playing off. The lowest ranked second place teams are playing off at the moment to get to the round of 16. Another great delivery there. And that's out, and that's the game. Just a little nick. Umpire's fingers obscured. Just a little piling in my way here, but great delivery. Takes the edge, and that's it here. Shofire Lions, unfortunately, departing the competition. They've been a great addition, great spirit. But Heritage cricketers, just too disciplined. They had a bit of a wobble with the bats, but consolidated well and finished the innings strongly. They were too good today with the ball, absolutely magnificent. Fantastic lengths that they bowled into the wicket. Didn't give any freebies to the Shofire team, and some great fielding. So you just see the teams coming on the park now. Pink Panthers want to have a look at the wicket, and the Shofire team want to shake hands with the Heritage Cricketers Bangladesh. So I'm sure they'll get in the bar area later and have a good chat about the game as we look at the bracket here. So Heritage Cricketers, they're going to take on the winner of Masagami and Pop-Hats. So that's going to be the last game of the day here on Wally Wilson Oval. So Wolfpack v Pop-Hats currently playing a YMCA. They'll come across here the last game of the day, play world's #1 side, Masagami. And some other crackers there. Black Eagles v Yankee Roars, another great game. 2 South African teams, one from Bloem, one from Cape Town, going up there in the 5th match, round of 16, number 5. So as we see now 2 teams in the quarterfinals. Heritage Cricketers from Bangladesh, too good here, and the Glorious Legends, too good for Swane Old Boys on Gary Kirsten Oval. So that's it from me here now. We're going to have Dakar Warriors v Pink Panthers up again in about 20 minutes or 15 minutes time. So we'll see you then, and bye for now.